The video games industry is one of the most innovative and fastest growing industries in the world. The men and women of this industry work tirelessly to provide entertainment for the masses, and some of these provide the music that we love, music that we listen to when we're enjoying ourselves playing those video games, music that we love, music that we listen to when we're enjoying ourselves listening to video games. Do we even know who these people are? No. Would video games be the same without them? No. What you're about to hear?
Good evening and welcome everybody to another episode of The Average Giants. I'm one of your hosts, The Average Gamer, and joining me as always is my good friend and compadre.
Oh, me? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you, I think.
I'm Gregory T-Bone the Steak. Oh, wait, sorry. Just call me Giant, sorry.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm just going to call you Giant. Perfect. Giant, what are we playing tonight?
Oh, we're playing two fantastic indie games called Super Pixalo and Pitfall Planet.
So first up we have Super Pixalo, which is feels very much kind of like a platform game. And we have in the call with us Phil Royer. How's it going, Phil?
It's going awesome.
I'm glad to hear that. Before we jump in, would you mind giving us like a quick synopsis of the game? Sure.
Super Pixalo is a precision platformer. I guess you could call it like a rage platformer, very much retro-inspired. A kind of along the lines of, but not as hard as Super Meat Boy. But it hopefully will still throw you into a few nice rages and rage quits and just an all-out amount of good fun. It's about a pixel from a 1960s, 1970s arcade unit. Lots of pop culture references, lots of movie references. I'm an amateur cinephile, so I love watching movies, and any way that I can integrate them into whatever I'm creating, I do. So I think there are over 120 movie references. Rather obscure, but they're there, spread throughout the game. So.
Sweet. Awesome. Well, I want to jump in. You're going to kill me with rage, I'm sure. Though, small-known fact, I'm terrible platform games. That's not the small-known fact. Small-known fact is Super Meat Boy is the one platformer I can play. So, I'd love to see how this is going to happen. Yeah.
I'm kind of glad that, was the tutorial part sort of, was that mandatory when I was playing it the first time?
When you were playing, you played it way so long ago.
I played it a long time ago, back when the tutorial was more rage-inducing than a lot of the game.
Wow, you actually skipped the first decade.
Did I?
The 80s. Yeah, awesome.
My bad.
No, it's all good.
You're just making it a lot harder for yourself. That's for sure.
You are.
I did the training. I tried the training, but we can show it. That's okay.
Awesome. Well, let's see, there is the training in the 70s. Oh, and it popped you right into there? Oh, that might be a bug.
There you go.
It's okay, that's what we're here for. We're here
yep.
Awesome.
Okay, we'll start from the beginning.
Just jumping from there. So you're using a controller right now?
Yes.
Awesome.
It is.
Yeah, you'll have a lot more fun with that. I'm personally a keyboard guy, but I went through back in, I want to say March. We're in May, so April. I went back through and really polished up the controls for controller because it actually is a year. Super Pixel is a year old, so an interesting fact. But it was originally released on the Ouya, so all my controller configuration was all set for that. So when it came to Steam, ended up running into quite a few issues with the Xbox controller, and that was completely my own, overlooking that. I didn't take enough time to play test before just releasing it. And so there was actually a blogger that did a horrible review of the game, and I was reading through the review, and someone linked me to the review, and I was like, oh my gosh, this makes me feel awful, but oh my gosh, this feedback is really good. Like, the amount of bugs she found was insane, and I think I've gotten most of them all worked out. It's always a little weird because right now I'm a year. That's been out for a year. Super Pixalo has been out. people have been playing it for a year.
Where have I been? Like, what? I remember it too, and I don't know what happened.
This last year has gone by like a flash, but it's had over like 50,000 levels. I have statistics that tell me when people complete levels, and it's something like over 50,000 levels have been completed in the last year.
Wow.
Really fun statistics, even though, like, in reality, if you look at Candy Crush, it's probably like in the billions, but I mean, it's still really cool to have something that, oh wow, someone spent that much time to go through and play. And but now, you know, a year later, I'm working on my 2 next games that will hopefully both be out by the end of this year. One probably will be out in the next 2 months. I've been working on actually the game that Dissonance, which I've been working on, which should be the next one I release. I've been working on for over 2 years now, longer than it. You know, Super Pixalo was 9 months from start to finish. It was my senior project in school.
Cool.
Had to do all the business side, the the analysis, the development, the creating of it, marketing, everything. And so now I'm working on all these other things that I'm actually starting to brainstorm 3 games down the road. Like, what am I going to invest time in next year? And so it's still weird when people are like, "Hey, I ran into like a problem where your game doesn't run on my system that's like 6 years old," and it's like, all right, well, let's try to figure it out. Like, I had shot you an email. I think some people have been experiencing an issue. I cannot reproduce this issue, but if you have like a certain system, it will randomly, like, when you go to the next level, it will quit the game, and I have no idea what's going on. I'm still trying to figure out. I'm still trying to reproduce it. I've tried it on like at least a dozen computers now, with no issues, and it's a small subset of the users, but still, that's like, oh man, a subset of the users having issues. No.
I do have to say, though, going back to just the controls, actually, is that one of the things I like about this is just how responsive my keyboard is. My controller.
Keyboard.
Oh, yeah. So responsive. And it's you can always tell with platformers if the controls don't have the polish that they need, then it just makes me upset. So I'm glad because this is very responsive and a heck of a lot of fun.
I'm glad that you're okay with the ice floor effect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. the ice skating rink.
There was a lot of I have a lot of memories of this game. I did a couple Let's Plays back in the day too. So
that was so long ago. That was like while it was in development. Man, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I know.
Giant, you're so old.
I'm so old. I'm a veteran now. It's crazy.
You have an achievement named after you somewhere.
I do?
No, you don't actually. I probably but that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm back in the day with Exotics because he introduced it to me.
Nice.
Yeah. That's why we all hung out and played Nintendo. But not really.
The good old days.
Back when we played Disco Dodgeball before it was released.
It was still just on like Itch.io and no, it was before Itch.io. It was Humble Bundle. It was it had a Humble Bundle widget, and that's like the only way you could get it.
Yeah.
Is it even officially out yet?
Yes. It is.
Okay, good.
We just had Eric on the show like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks.
Awesome. Oh man, I have to follow him. Jeez.
You don't have to, but I mean, it's pretty cool.
Oh, sneaky bugger. All right.
I'm watching the stream now. It's like a good 30-second delay.
Oh yeah, nice and far back. At least one level behind, just to make it that much harder for you to follow what's going on.
It's okay. We're trying to get everybody used to an extended delay for some reason. We got to get used to it ourselves. So it's okay. It's okay. We're still doing good. It's all good.
So you're obviously busy guy. I did want to ask, like, what inspires you when you're thinking about new games you want to make, and you've got all these projects on the go. What makes you choose which project you want to work on, or what inspires you to make the projects in the first place?
Good question. So it's kind of changed and evolved because when I did Super Pixalo, I was entering my last year of school. I was trying to find a senior project that wasn't just a big business plan or, you know, a research report. I wanted to do something different, and so I was like, well, I made this little web game that was like 9 levels called Pixalo. That was essentially this physics with like awful graphics, and it was just like thrown together over like a month or so, and of just like, oh, I have an hour here, I'll work on it. So when I say a month, it's not like 4 weeks of development. It's like in there were like maybe 5 weekends, and it was like so when I got approved for doing this on as my senior project, that was like a huge motivation to like structure it and make it so that it was like, you know, a couple hundred levels. Well, not a couple hundred. It's like 100 and I forget what it is, 125 or something, 127 or something like that. And at the time, I'd also 2 years before, I'd also started watching like Indie Game the movie, so I knew about Super Meat Boy and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, oh man, I want to create like a more entry-level version of that, but really flesh out like these movie references and just kind of have fun, but make it really kind of really difficult, but way simple. So it was like deceivingly simple. Also, I wanted to do something that I knew I could do. So this whole experience was a learning experience, and so really all of it was structured over what my senior project would become. And so now when I'm working on a game, now when I'm developing a game, so I'm working on 2 games right now. Battle Room, which is a kind of a retro-inspired shmup, and then I'm working on Dissonance, which is actually an interactive novelette.
Cool.
And a novelette is about 17,000 words.
Oh,
so
goodness.
Wow.
a small novel. It's long, but you know, it's obscure, and I came up with the idea that riding a John Deere lawnmower, listening to some very obscure artist that I had found because Spotify was like, hey, you listen to Def Leppard, let's play you something you've never heard of and were really interested in, and I was too lazy to change it. Well, it was like raining and everything, it was like some summer day, and like while mowing I was like, yo man, it'd be really cool to have like a game that had like a story, and it was like a book, and you couldn't go further in the book without solving these super obscure puzzles that related to the book, but like you had to read in order to like solve the problems or solve the puzzles. So I kind of like was like, all right, this sounds interesting. I don't know anybody else who's done something like this, maybe for a good reason, but I'm interested enough in it that I want to keep doing it. And now 2 years later, I'm actually working on finishing up developing it, and I'm really happy with how it's turning out. I think it's turned out as a great story, and I have no idea. I'm not expecting that much of a positive reaction just because it's a lot of reading. But who knows? You never know. It seems like the games you are like, why the heck did that like get bought by all my friends? Like Goat Simulator. Why would anybody want to play a simulator about a goat? But it's still like, I've played that game. I love that game. It's amazing. It's not. There's no way to explain it other than like, yeah, it's exactly what you would think, but way cooler. And then with Battle Room, I love arcade games. I love arcade games, playing with a joystick, and I built my own at home, and I love playing around with that thing, playing things like Defender and Galaga and other games like that. And so I wanted to create something that I could basically create for my son, who is, right now, he's only like a year old, but when he grows up, I know that that's going to be cool for him, that, you know, his dad made him a game that had all these things that to him are going to be like 50-year-old games. They're going to be old, you know, oh, those are like what Grandpa played when he was young. But, the different elements from those that I love, that I know that it's going to be harder for him to love because it's going to be so different. Like, I mean, virtual reality is making leaps and bounds, and we're coming up to like where these VR headsets are going commercial. I have high hopes for the Oculus. I don't have one yet myself, but I have high hopes that thing is going to be amazing, and that's going to be like the new thing. When my kid is playing games, he'll probably start playing games in a couple years, as soon as he can cognitively play a game. iPhone games don't count. But when he's that age, that's the kind of thing where he can jump in and play. So that's the inspiration there. It's not to be anything different or even that interesting, but just to be a fun user generated. All the maps are going to be things that you can create levels and create your worlds. You can create rooms. Kind of like the battle room from Ender's Game is kind of what the premise is similar to.
Oh, cool.
The idea that you have the same room, but the blocks and the shapes in the room change, and the enemy is huge and crazy, and you've got to battle it out. So that's the kind of the premise idea. It's different for every game. I have a game that I'm not going to tell you what it's called because it's very early. Like in the last month, I've started sort of sketching things on paper for what it could be, and that's like a year, maybe next fall, that will be done. But that inspiration has come from like my other hobbies that feelings that I want to be able to figure out how to capture in a digital form and put it into a game, like how to create experiences and feelings that not necessarily you don't see in games. And that's the thing with Dissonance. I mean, it's like a book. It's you're reading it. It's almost in a way like you have these things like Myst and those old Nancy Drew point and click games where you have these puzzles and it's once you solve them, it's obvious, but it's that kind of mental breakdown of how to basically break through this cryptography, as shallow as it is.
Oh,
when it comes to games that are more, like graphic novels or novels in general, it's not completely out of the ordinary. We played one called The Moon Sliver, and it was a first-person perspective game.
That recently launched on Steam, by the way.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and the thing about the game was that there's a lot of reading in it, and you kind of have to do it in the right order for it to really make sense. But it actually was very immersive, despite it being, you have you're playing in first-person view, but still reading notes and everything, and then it turns into a bit of an atmospheric horror, because there was sort of not really any sight of what was killing you or trying to kill you. But it was still fun, very fun.
That's awesome.
It brings up a whole new interesting point in gaming too, though, where gaming is to the point now in mass medium that it's highly accepted, and so I find there are a lot of developers nowadays that are looking for new experiences that you normally wouldn't find in games and stuff like that. So it's quite an interesting topic, so I'm really curious to see what comes of your ideas.
Me too.
And it's good that your brain juice is flowing too, so that's always good.
Yeah, it's fun to be like, okay, I now know what I can do, like what I can figure out how to do. Now let's find something I don't know how to do and keep figuring it out. Like in this next game, I have every puzzle is completely different. There's mazes, there's randomly generated stuff, there's boxing, there's like all these different weird things. It's almost like a mini game, but they all have to do with the same thing. So we'll, in every one of those puzzles, I'm learning a ton just about what goes into it, what goes into making living seeming character, sprite frames and keyframing and stuff that I didn't do for Super Pixalo, because Super Pixalo was supposed to be this uber simple but in deceptively simple, very structured this platformer that was just simple and easy.
I just found Marty McFly's hoverboard.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm glad you had that reference.
Yeah, I had to put that in there.
That's awesome. Yeah, as you get it, so you're in the 80s now, so most people, that's when they start getting the references. People start getting it more in the 90s and the 2000s, depending on when you were born.
Of course. Oh no, did I just date myself?
No, you didn't. What are you talking about? You're just 30. We're just a bunch of 30-year-olds here. What?
Yeah, exactly.
And besides, I'm looking forward to October when I can actually wear whatever, what was his name, Griff or whatever he was wearing. where that like from Back to the Future.
Oh,
October
Biff.
2015, man.
Biff.
Where he's wearing that like stupid metal helmet and the black jacket, the boots that lace up themselves, and have my neural.
Is that
implants.
this year?
That's this year, yep.
That's
this year.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
So
this year is the year that we go back to the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. It all happens in like a week.
Yeah.
SpaceX is going to be like just drop space exploration and be like, oh, we also solved all the future stuff, so don't worry about that. We got it covered.
Yeah, we need the hover cars going on, hoverboards. We need the lace-up shoes. We need the self-fitting or auto-fitting jackets.
Yeah, it might be the year of the Back to the Future, but I'm still waiting for 20XX to roll around. So I need me some Mega Man.
It already happened.
Oh yeah. Oh, shoot.
One of my coworkers recommended I play Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, and I love the fact that
good.
Would it come out in 2012, but it was set in the future in 2007.
Yep, after Vietnam 2.
After Vietnam 2. Oh, it's so great. I'm enjoying that game.
That is one of my favorite games of the last couple of years for sure. I like that studio just because of not even the ridiculous things they do, but how they try to make something completely different every time they make a game.
They do good. They do really good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
Link incoming. Is today the day Marty McFly arrives when he travels to thefuture.com?
That is awesome. That is quite the URL.
Thank you, Chris, for sending us that. And it's pretty amazing because it shows you the actual video footage.
Oh, son of a...
Just run, man. Don't even think about it. Just run.
I can't. I gotta. No, I can't.
Run and jump.
I've got to stop on the middle one.
And jump.
Oh, maybe I don't have to. Maybe you're right. No, you're wrong. You're completely wrong.
You're thinking too much.
Completely wrong. Giant doesn't know what he's talking about.
You're completely wrong. You just don't know what you're doing.
Oh, I don't.
You just need to try harder.
Yeah, exactly. If I just adopted the strategy of don't die, then clearly I would be through this already.
Yeah, just don't die. Just be smart. Like, what are you doing? Come on.
Huh?
Yeah. Of course, because I'm in my
Fortress of Solitude.
Right now. Yeah, my Fortress of Solitude. That it's I'm seeing the things just like you are, Bill.
Oh,
shoot. Everything is quite the delay. So if you see me laughing for no reason, it's because
you two should be laughing at the same time. Actually, I think
should be, but of course the delay is different for each of us.
Fake laughter followed by genuine laughter.
Yeah.
Exactly. So every time you do something, just make sure you be very loud about it. Be like, "Oh, I just did this funny thing." And we're like, "Oh, classic."
And now we'll be like, "Oh, great! Now we get to watch you die 4 more times before you actually get to the end of the freaking level."
And then we're not supposed to, be like, you can't laugh or anything when it actually happens.
Don't worry, I just won't tell you guys, and then it'll be pure suspense.
Pure suspense.
Yeah. You don't know. I might be in the 90s by now.
It's not suspense, man.
I could have just beat the 90s right there.
I would be surprised. I would actually be really impressed if you just went from the level you're constantly dying on right now, like for the last 5 minutes, all you've done is die, to beating the 90s, because the 90s is not easier.
I believe I warned us that I'm not good at platformers.
Except for Super Meat Boy.
Finally, you just got it.
Except for Super Meat Boy, which is the hard platformer. So, squeeze me.
Baking powder?
That's another reference, by the way.
Yep, sure is.
But an awesome
I meant to ask, by the way, Phil, are you the voice in this game?
I am. So originally I was planning to do with this, like, all the story was voiceover too, and I just ran out of time at the end. Like, I was finishing up, like, level designs pretty much a week before it released on Ouya.
Oh,
and
man.
I had a hard deadline for my senior project that I was trying to get, and then my kid was supposed to be born any time, so it was like, all right, get this done, because as soon as my kid is born, I will have no time for like a month of cognitive ability, and like all summer was trying to figure out where the heck I was mentally. Yeah, what was your question?
I was just asking if you were in fact the voice.
Yes.
And that the sweet new collectible.
You'll hear my voice a lot more in like dissonance and stuff like that. I want to do more voice stuff because I like the level of just sort of uniqueness it can add.
Oh, cool.
Even if you're, even if it's just you, just having some sort of like kind of like a blood dragon, right? So you're like walking around and you stealing people's heart, pilfering people's hearts, and the funny things he says, like the dumb jokes and everything. It's just perfect. It's just it's just something to laugh at. It's that kind of a reward at the that you get, and awesome.
Totally. Yeah,
That's
no, I'm
another
looking
thing
forward.
I like in a game. I love that little attention to detail to quirky things.
Yeah. Even like the
hate
attention to
grinding,
detail.
hate leveling up.
Yeah.
I just want to like basically enjoy the experience, and that's what I'm trying to do in my stuff. Is just focus on what it is the game is supposed to be, and not try to put a lot of extra into it.
I'm notorious.
So that you can have all the extra time to go do the games that have whatever I know I'm not interested in, and I don't want to force.
I see Sonic the Hedgehog on the TV.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that's Sonic.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
I was gonna say I appreciate that because I'm notorious in my group of friends for I won't do side quests, and a lot of times I'll just stick straight to the story because I want to see what the game has to offer that way.
Yeah.
And my friends rage at me for that, but a lot of times it's I don't know. I that's what I'm interested in. So.
Yeah. Well, I buy the games I buy. I play the games I play. Recently, I've been playing going back to playing Counter-Strike. Really.
Oh, nice. Yep.
You actually have time to play games and stuff?
Giant, who is this floating head?
After the kid goes to bed, I get to play a little bit. Usually, while he's getting his last feeding, I'll go and I'll play either Battlefield 3, which is probably my all-time favorite game, and then I'll play whatever I want to play, or I'll work on game dev. I usually work on game dev sometime after 10 p.m. every night, just for like an hour or so. I've given up on like giving myself deadlines and stuff because if I try to give myself a deadline, especially these days, it just feels forced. It feels like I'm trying to rush, and I don't want to rush. Like, so many of the mistakes I made with Super Pixalo were because I rushed. Like, I didn't take the time to really properly play test it. I didn't take the time to actually go and put it in front of users early on and go, okay, what really bothers you about this? What do you love about it? Be honest, that kind of thing. All that kind of stuff. Like, now I'm trying to basically not make that mistake again and have something that feels a lot more polished when it comes out, rather than something that breaks after every 7 levels, which happened with Super Pixalo. It came out, and it was like people were streaming it, and it was like crashing every 7 levels. It was so embarrassing.
That's
and it turned out to be the smallest little thing. Like, I just overlooked I don't know, like I had overlooked something that is just, like, really, I overlooked that. Of all things, I had to overlook the simplest little thing that ended up being the most embarrassing thing to crash. Yeah. And then stuff like controller supports for Steam, it got greenlit, so I was like, oh, I'm getting this out as fast as possible. And so I ended up really needing to spend like 2 weekends really polishing up the controls, because they were buggy. Like, you couldn't even access the story, you couldn't get to the pause menu. It was like stuff I should have taken a little more time to basically polish up and double check and all the things you thought you think of. So Super Pixalo was very much a huge learning experience for me as a developer who was working on his own on this stuff. My day job is a software engineer. I work in Littleton, Colorado, and do government contracting. And much bigger projects, agile processes. You have a much more structured thing, and you have other people making sure you are keeping structured, you're keeping your deadlines, and so when you go from that to go and do your own thing, it's really hard to stay on task. It's really easy to go, not think of something, because normally you have someone else who's thinking of that, who's worrying about deadlines, who's worrying about, advertising or whatever. Advertising is one of my biggest weaknesses. I definitely don't do as much advertising as some of the other, better developers at that. I think Darkest Hail on Twitter.
Queers the Scred.
Queers the Scred. Yeah, he's one of the best marketers I've ever seen on Twitter. It's like every 5 tweets he's integrating a link to his game or making sure you know about his game, but it doesn't feel super forced. I don't feel like it feels super forced. Like, I've been seeing him market Queries the Scred for a year now, and I still am always like, oh my gosh, I should totally market my game too.
Well, the funny thing about Kale and the way that he markets is that it works well as long as he keeps doing it. Because he even said, like, he took a week off for whatever reason, and he showed the graph of when he decided to take that little vacation from actually tweeting his stuff out. I don't know if it was like a week or if it was just 3 days.
You have
but
static.
In those 3 days, his stats were a black hole.
Giant, you have a lot of static.
I have static? Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm just going to...
Oh, much better.
Perfect. Ah, crap.
There, that should do it.
It's been so long since I played my own game. I should pick it up. It'll be fun when my kid is old enough to play. Right now, he loves watching me play. I'll play. He likes watching Battlefield. Some of the other games I've tried to show him, sometimes he'll be like, oh wow, this is really interesting, or other times he'll just crawl off somewhere else. But yeah, it'll be exciting when it's like, hey, you should play my game. And he'll probably go, oh, this sucks. And I'll be like, oh man.
Oh man.
You just need to keep an old computer for it to work on.
I plan to keep it supported so it keeps working on computers. It's written in Java, which is super nice because as they, as computers get better, as whatever get better, it will hopefully keep running, and it runs fine on everything I've run on, at least for me.
That's one of my goals in life, is to get enough arcade machines that I can put like a little arcade in my house, like in my basement.
That would be awesome.
Right?
That would be awesome. I want to have one like in the bathroom so that, like, instead of a urinal, it's just it's like an arcade machine. So you have something to do.
Yeah. No. Exactly. I think that'd be perfect.
People need that in bars.
In the bathroom.
Yeah.
Well, come on, everything's getting so compact now. It'll be pretty simple to just, like, build it into the wall or do something simple like that.
Oh, shoot.
Exactly. I don't know that bar arcading, at least the touchscreen arcades that you see at bars these days, are even... I don't know if they make much money or not. I never, ever have ever seen anyone use them.
It depends on the game.
Yeah.
We have big Buck Hunter. That was big like 10 years ago, but that's about it.
I saw that was at the movie theater today. I went and saw Mad Max for the second time because Mad Max was awesome.
Yep.
And they had the Buck Hunter like in the back, and it was definitely like all worn out and nasty.
Well, yeah, that's the one problem with those arcade machines is that the how quickly they can wear out, and that might actually deter people from using it sometimes. Like back in the day when Average and I had mad DDR skills.
Oh God, don't bring that up.
I brought it up. You'd play on some of the dance pad things, and some days you couldn't even play on them because they were so like unresponsive.
Yeah. Oddly, I was at the theater just last week with Giant, and we went and saw Mad Max, and they had like a remade Frogger.
Oh, that's awesome!
Yeah,
it's for those.
And it was probably like $5.
Yeah. Oh, completely. And it was all 3D.
and then if we decide to give your credit card back, you play for your credit card back.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
We have this thing called Cinescape. No, it's
but sorry. There was in the Frogger. It only had the one button, yeah, so you're still paying like $2 a play, and it was just the one button to go forward. They didn't even have like left or right. Right?
Because what they're doing now is that they've changed all the games in the for the arcade in the theater to ones where you can win tokens.
Yeah.
So they have to basically make it much more difficult than it used to be, so that you can't win tickets.
Well, you know that. Well, the reason arcade games were as hard as they weren't necessarily because that was like, oh, we want to make games that are hard. It was because the companies knew that if they made games really hard, basically you would have to, in order to get better at the game, you had to keep paying them. You had to keep putting money in to get better. I mean, could you imagine Counter-Strike? Every time you played 25 cents, your first year you'd spend over $1,000 easy.
Oh yeah.
Just trying to get better, and then you'd finally get better, and then you'd rule at it, and your quarter would go way farther. So that's what they were trying to do. It's like the whole business model, which people have kind of done. It's now is the micropayment stuff. I'm still surprised that's still around. I hate it.
Pay to win?
Micropayments. Pay to win.
No, not pay to win, but
just the micropayments. Just like here, let's. You want to save 5 minutes? Pay $1. It's like, really?
Convenience.
Yeah, convenience. It's so dumb.
Because they know that
bad.
People are willing to pay for it. I mean, it's an annoying model, but it's one that's obviously working because they're keeping it around, which is a shame. But
bad for games, bad for the reputation that games have, but good for business.
Exactly. You know, in 2012, the video game industry made more money than Hollywood.
And it's slowly getting bigger and bigger.
Oh, that's not going to work. Oh, it worked! I can't believe that worked.
Bigger.
That took forever for you to get through.
Shh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Damn it!
What the heck?
It's okay. It's okay, man. It happens.
Oh.
I mean, this delay is so crazy.
Unfortunately, it's just a matter of how bad it could be. So,
woo! Sweet
hopefully
indeed.
one day there'll be a streaming service that will provide like almost real time.
Oh, for
kind of difficult.
But when Pied Piper takes off and is able to actually compress data, hopefully you guys get that reference. But
yeah,
good. Then that's when why isn't that in an episode? Game streaming. Make it so it's instant. Everybody wants that.
Yeah, you think they well,
sorry.
You're getting a bit angry there, bro.
Shut up. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Sipping on the Rage-a-Hall a bit. Well, you have 20 minutes to beat this level.
I will be able to beat this level.
I remember back when the first time Exotic streamed this, he got stuck on a level that had a bug in it, and so he kept trying to get a collectible that was impossible to get because, like, an hour before I sent him the build, I had changed some of the physics a little bit so that you didn't slide as crazily, and that, like, getting that collectible was all based on the exact timing, and so he spent an hour on one level. And and he kept going at it and kept going at it. I felt so bad because it was like, oh man, dude, just move on.
Yeah, just give up.
I would. I mean, I made the thing, and I'm still like, all right, there's a limit, right?
There's a threshold.
there's when I skip it. I mean, obviously with playtesting, you have to know you can beat it. That's #1 rule of playtesting.
Yeah.
It's doable, and you can do it more than once. Bad playtesting is when you can't do it more than once. You got a problem. But I mean, that was, that happened. That was embarrassing. But that was one of those things. That was early on. That was like a development build, and like it came out in May. It was like in April or something. I gave it to him. But now I'm gonna experience that all with my next game. It's been a year, and so now I have to find some place testers who are willing to, experiment with it and be patient with the bugs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just glad in this case it's not a rage platformer that will make people go absolutely insane.
I need you to playtest my game, but you're probably gonna have psychological damage, so I apologize.
I'm trying to see when I played Super Pixalo on my old channel.
Yeah.
Played a lot of games.
Like a ballerina.
They're still working on that one level. Jeez.
Shh. No, darn. That's my calm voice.
No. Oh, there it is. I did my first Let's Play of it on May 21st, 2014.
Oh, yeah. So the week before it came out. I think that was the week before it actually came out on the Ouya.
Oh.
Man, that was a while ago. Jeez.
Yeah, 1 year and 4 days. And that's something.
Jeez. This will most likely, if not definitely, be the last Super Pixalo specific interview I do. Because it's after a year, it's kind of like, all right, well, I need to get my next game done so that some people can start talking about something else other than Pixalo.
In which case, we'll have to have you back on the show to talk about another game.
Oh yes.
Awesome.
Yes, indeed.
Oh man. I am not great at platforming games. This is not news, and I also can't take horror games very well. So I challenge our fans to find a horror platform game, and I will not deal well with it.
Is there such a thing?
Like a jump scare Super Meat Boy?
Oh my god!
You get super hyper focused, and then it's like, a dead baby shows up.
Oh, so basically it's like Sonic.exe.
I would die. I would absolutely die.
Or like those stupid My Little Pony ones that happened a couple of years ago.
Oh, come on. By the way, I beat it! Damn. Damn.
I beat it! Damn.
Damn. I'm trying to land on one and it's just not going well. Come on! There we go. Yep. No. Nope.
Deep doop. Dip dip dop dop dip.
Oh, you son of a... Darn. That was close.
I just got a comment from another chat. A very insider joke about My Little Pony and a certain person. But anyways, yeah, I forgot. I'm not supposed to make fun of anything pony related because then the bronies will come after me, and that's just not good. That's not a good thing.
Bronies are terrifying.
Let's
just not.
Alright, not even go there.
Yeah, let's just not piss off the bronies. Nobody wants that.
I support all people, including bronies.
We'll just say that it's technically like a brotherhood of bronies.
That's
is
good.
It's the government probably has them on the list of organized
people.
You guys, I'm scared now. What have I done?
You've pissed off the bronies, so expect a pony head in your bed tonight.
No! I haven't told anybody my my address yet. Except for one person. Oh no. That's okay. I'll just go in the witness protection program.
I'm pretty sure that person already had your address. From me.
Oh. Wait, who? No, I don't know who we're talking about. It's okay.
I have no idea what.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's all good.
I don't know what's happening anymore. I'm scared.
I am beating this game with the Switch.
The Brony protection program. Yep, the Brony hater protection program.
I never said I hate them.
It was implied.
That was a sweet jump. I know it's 30 seconds behind, but that was a sweet jump you just pulled.
Thank you. Thank you.
Just showed your MLG skills.
Yeah, I'm really good at platformers.
So everyone isn't hearing. The funny thing is, everyone's hearing us 30-second delayed. So we're seeing it 30-second delayed, and then they're hearing it 30-second delayed. So like
yeah.
What we're commenting on was a minute ago, a solid minute ago.
That's okay. This is going to be on YouTube, so they'll be able to go and check it. Maybe I'll even like annotate it. Go see my sweet jump.
Go see a minute ago. Rewind 1 minute.
Yeah, this is like a choose your own adventure. To see the actual thing, go ahead. 1 minute.
That would be awesome.
Oh.
I wish more games were like that choose your own adventure. And some of the bigger games have become that way, and that's awesome. Like Grand Theft Auto is probably the closest thing. The open world stuff, probably the closest thing. But I'd love to see like actual like there's a storyline, but it is actually like you choose how you want the story to go. I feel like that would be sweet. Maybe I'll do that. I'll do that a couple games down the road.
That's a good idea. I think you should do that. That's Telltale games do that pretty well. No, so close, so close. No.
What's that? Is it called like rapid action?
Don't worry about it.
No, not you. I'm not talking about you. Jeez. There's some like iPhone games that have a thing where you just do taps and stuff, and it gives you like options on what you.
Oh, like clickers? Oh, okay.
Possibly. I don't know.
I stopped. I play Desert Golf and Tetris. Those are my two bathroom occupying games. Only time I ever play.
Yeah. Horrible admission. I hate Tetris. I never liked it.
You bastard!
I know.
I love Tetris.
Yeah,
I've surprisingly never gotten sick of it, and I play it almost at least weekly, for sure, weekly.
Giant used to play this competitive multiplayer team-based Tetris back in high school.
It was called Tetris. It was an 8-player online Tetris.
Oh my gosh!
You could go free for all or on a team, and it was particularly amazing because it's just how I'm sure I got at least 5 or 6 people playing.
Yeah, I always assumed that you guys had like a team.
No, I just asked people if they wanted to play, and they started playing, and then I made a team out of them.
You're the Emilio Estevez of Tetris?
Yeah, I basically said, okay, so while we play this, you're going to go into the team options and put your team name as capital M, capital E, and 5 exclamation marks. So if you're going to be playing Tetris, you're on team me. Pretty much what it was about.
Yeah.
What was that? Twitch had a big like gaming to raise funding for one of their big funding things, and they actually ended up playing like a competitive Tetris, and it was like insanely intense. It was just 2-player, like the whatever Chinese arcade, you know, that only in Chinese, like they literally had a board and plugged it into the TV. It was just like a computer board thing, whatever those things are called. Just plugged it in and played it from there, and it was intense. Because you would get up to a certain level, and then it would be like the last levels of Tetris, where the blocks are just there.
What? Why is that wall sticky? No.
You're thinking of Awesome Games Done Quickly?
Yes, I believe it was that.
Shh, darn.
I'm not taking credit for that, by the way. Travis mentioned that. And by the way, Awesome Games Done Quickly is awesome. Because of how Because of how quickly they can do games.
Oh, this level is very difficult. It's so precise.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think you just...
Let's take precision jumping.
It's a lot harder. Oh my gosh. It's funny watching you do these, and like I had to do these levels so many times testing them that it's just weird.
No! I get stuck on this wall!
The thing that kills everybody is probably the ice floor.
In this level? Yeah. Okay,
I've gotten quite a few reviewers saying, "Oh yeah, you should make it so you're not slipping around." But I'm like, that's the point.
No way, yeah.
Really hard, and you have to adapt to it. Like
Your dude.
Sorry, it's not your favorite game, but I made it because I wanted the game that was like this.
Yeah, your dude is an ice cube with a
no
mustache and
card.
goatee, or a soul patch. So I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's based off the character. From
You guys are about to see me be very
40s
calm.
Around the world in 80 days. Passport 2.
Fleeting Infinity's trying to give you some advice on how to win, so maybe you should listen to him.
Jump, collect, find, finish.
I like this. Why don't you stay on the other block and jump onto the top of that when it gets closer? That's so specific. I know exactly what it's talking.
And no, that's what I was doing. That is what I was doing. But as soon as you touch that, touch the long block, you get stuck on it. Like I can't go to the right when it hits me. Huh. Oh shoot.
This is so entertaining.
It's so funny.
Yeah, stuck to it. Yeah, this is great.
You have 8 minutes.
8 minutes to continue to die. Well, you made it pretty far. You made it all the way to almost finishing the 90s.
So you're right. I am going to finish the 90s. Right now. Channel my inner good player. That's better than before.
Channel your words into sentences.
Words no work. Too hard game.
He's focusing all of his brain power on his ability to play games. He will
not working.
Speak completely.
Mind if I share a link to the game in the chat?
Oh, please do.
Do that, and I'll relink it so that it is quick.
We also have a bunch of copies to give away for people in chat.
Oh yeah, you have a ton of copies. You have everybody right now. It says 10 people. We have you give away whatever you want to give away.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure we could give away a copy to everybody in the chat right now if they're interested.
I'm super. I would say I'm super generous, but it's more like, oh, I generated these. I should use them.
Yeah. All right, fine. We're doing it this way.
Yeah, you could have also totally just beaten it by now without getting that collectible. But, you know.
Blah, 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 blah. That's you.
Mr. Completionist.
I saw him miss one already, at least. Can't give me that.
Yeah, he did.
Just
no,
one.
I saw that one too. He missed the Pulp Fiction reference.
Yeah.
You missed the Pulp Fiction reference, man. You feel proud.
Sweet relief. Sweet relief washing over me. Because that's really why you play these games. Why you play these games is for the feeling you get when you do finally beat the level.
It is a good feeling.
Yeah, it's akin to like a Dark Souls style game. That's the only reason you want to hurt yourself that much is because of how good it feels when you pull off the Band-Aid.
What?
In Dark Souls, it hurts so much playing that game. It's just punishment after punishment after punishment. I'm just
wondering why you said how good it feels to rip off a Band-Aid.
Because you finally beat the boss and you're like, oh, baby, yes. Because it was still punishing to play against the boss.
But you like it when you rip Band-Aids off?
No.
Is that what we're talking about? Because that's kind of what it sounds like. Are we delving into the mind of the average gamer?
I think you're drawing on nothing.
I'm drawing on something right now.
I think you're just trying to distract me so I can't beat these levels.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think we're talking about Band-Aids now. And how good
so tell me, Giant, did I get farther than you in your Let's Plays?
Yeah, because I don't think these existed yet.
Yeah, I don't think they did. No, well, at the 20-something they did. I would hope so. I wasn't that, on the line of when this stuff was getting done.
Yeah, I was going to say, didn't you play like a week before it came out?
It was totally...
Yeah.
Okay,
well, I got 6 days to make 75% of the game.
It could be a game jam. No. Okay, well here, if you're so intent on being that way. Then, okay, where did you... When the hour is up, we'll see where you are, and then I will try to do it myself. And I can do it in 1 hour, and I'll do it on stream as well.
Oh, yes.
How's that?
Tell me when, and I will try to be there.
I'll figure that out.
I think we should have a platform off. When you do that on stream, yeah, let's race.
Well, you already have all this extra practice.
I'm sorry, didn't you do Let's Plays?
Yeah, a year ago.
Oh, didn't you do Let's Plays though? Didn't you do Let's Plays?
Want to play Unfair Mario 2? You want to see where we can each get in a certain amount of time with Unfair Mario?
You switching the subject? Switching games? Switching subject?
No, we're gonna add games.
We're
adding games.
You want to do a platform off?
Platform off. Oh man.
Throw some concursion in there.
You have just removed your gauntlet.
Do some actual Super Meat Boy. Got to do that.
Super Meat Boy, man.
I actually haven't played it with a controller. I beat it on my MacBook Air.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you had to have the tiny screen, the tiny keyboard,
and
tiny,
nothing for a processor. It was like
nothing.
15 frames a second tops.
That's why it was so easy for you.
Oh,
slow-mo. Yeah, totally.
Slow-mo. You cheating bitch.
That is not cheating. That makes the controls much worse. Because you get input lag up the
butt. It's like having a turbo controller, man. You turbo controlled it.
No.
Yes.
No, you've got input lag, bro.
So there's a reason why.
Do you know what input lag is?
I want to be.
Do you know what input lag is?
Yoshi, in order for you to make it harder.
Oh, I don't think you know what input lag is. Son of a bitch. I gotta stop talking to you. You're horrible. That is a shit-eating, mischievous laugh. Son of a bitch.
Oh my god, you're getting so close.
It's okay, you have 2 minutes.
There's more than enough time to beat this level.
You have 4 more levels to go.
Yeah, I won't be beating the 90s.
Down to the wire. 1 minute.
Yeah, it's so close.
Oh!
We're all quiet now. We're all just waiting.
I'm hopeful that you actually will beat this level.
It might go over by a minute.
I think next up we have a cooperative game. How lucky for you that is not competitive.
Is it not?
You can decompress.
Yeah, a little decompression. I will say though, Super Pixalo has the perfect blend of fun to rage factor.
Awesome.
And
there's games that are just pure, straight up unadulterated rage, and then there's other ones that have a nice balance of it.
Yeah, and this definitely falls in that.
Rage?
The adulterated rage, yes.
Yes, all the adulteration.
Oh shoot, that's not gonna work. I don't think I have time to beat this one.
You can try.
It's 10 or whatever time it is your guys'. I'm in the East Coast this week, so my time is way off. I had like set all my alarms for an hour, 2 hours ago.
Oh boy, what are you doing on the East Coast?
Work stuff. Came back for a work day.
Yeah, okay.
My company is based out, and I contract at a government contractor in Colorado.
Oh, cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh well. So that was Super Pixalo.
Prepare for meltdown in 25 seconds.
So I got to the 16th level of 1990.
Nice.
There you go.
Good.
Thank you. That's 2.5 decades.
And you missed one.
Yeah, I missed one.
The number 7 on 1990.
Oh yeah, no, there's one. Hang on, I might have missed more. 2, 15 in there, and the 80's all done. So I missed 2. You missed 2.
Hey, that's not bad.
Thank you.
Pretty good.
Thank you very much.
That is
pretty thorough.
You did well. I'm proud of you, son.
That's awesome.
Thanks, Dad. I want to say thanks to Phil for joining us as well.
Absolutely.
That was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to have with your next games coming out, and I know we would love to have you back on the show.
Awesome. Well, I'll make sure you guys get an early copy and get a chance to kind of poke around a bit so you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Also, we're really good at voice acting. I don't know if you know that. So.
Oh yeah, about as good as I am at platforming games.
Yeah. We're like the best. It's just that everybody's
at everything.
To use us in their their stuff. So.
Yeah,
womp,
it's
womp.
that stardom. It's the stardom factor.
They just get starstruck when they try to ask us. That's all I can think of. All right, but so we will have a free copy of Super Pixalo for everybody in chat right now. I believe we have enough, if my chat is correct. Everybody who wants a copy, just say that you want a copy in chat, and we'll make sure to get one to you. And we'll be back. I just found the TPS reports. Oh my God, that's amazing. Sorry, we'll be back in a few minutes with some Pitfall Planet.
All right.
Awesome.
And we're maybe sort of kind of back. Let's change this. So, Giant, while we're fixing all this, what are we playing next?
We're playing Pitfall Planet. It's looks okay. So, to me, from the looks of it, it's an isometric co-op game.
There it is. And it's so cute.
It's very pretty.
It's so cute. I'll turn the game capture on so everybody else can see it.
No,
I don't know if you guys want to see what we're playing or not.
It's our secret. It's our little secret.
It's adorable.
It's our little secret.
And it's huge.
Whee!
There we go.
Professionalism.
Ta-na-na. That should be good. Okay, so we have we're playing Pitfall Planet. Pitfall Planet. And we're just about to get the developers in chat. I know there are 4 of them. And Adam, if you're there, you're going to see my chat first. Ready?
And yes, we are in the same room. Isn't that amazing?
High five!
High five!
We can do that because we're in the same room. I'm blue!
I'm red. Whoa.
You're mine!
Ah, what are you doing? No!
Goodbye!
Oh. What the heck is that?
It's my hand. What do you think
sucks.
it was?
I can still do that too.
You go back in the ship.
Alright, I'm going. I'm leaving. Screw you.
Okay, I'm gonna call. I love that picture. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
We're just admiring your guys' Skype profile picture. It's
with
lovely.
Justin Bieber cardboard cutout.
Let me just turn the game down a little bit. Before we jump into it, would you guys mind introducing yourselves and giving us a synopsis of Pitfall Planet?
Yeah, sure. I'm Adam Robinson. I'm one of the programmers on the team.
I'm Guy Torcher. I'm one of the artists.
I'm Emma Burkett. I'm one of the artists.
And I'm David Chernowski, and I'm the last artist here today.
There's
Awesome.
There's 2 other programmers who are on the team, but they couldn't make it here today.
Oh wow! So
yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the game. It is adorable. First off,
That's great. Yeah, it's a Pitfall Planet. It's a 2-player cooperative puzzle game where 2 astronauts are digging through the planet, collecting gore, collecting gold.
Gore. Okay. Somebody watching some horror movies lately.
our team name is Space Snakes.
So that
Space
they
Snakes.
can bring it back and get super rich. And there's a variety of puzzles and different types of challenges they need to overcome on their adventure. And that's the general gist of it. And in this situation, when you start the game, we usually show it at events, and it gives the team a randomly generated name, so at the event, there's a scoreboard of people who did the best. That's what
I love it!
Oh, and it's all time too, so we're screwed already.
Yeah.
Well, it's an optional thing for maybe if you're competing for the global leaderboard, maybe you would be. But it was just a fun addition we put in here. But you can also take your time to relax and enjoy the atmosphere.
Nope.
Nope, we're going for the MLG.
Yeah. MLG! So, what inspired you guys to make this game? Because it's the soundtrack and the aesthetic look and the graphics are all adorable.
We wanted to make something that was just like really simple and appealing and that anyone could just like pick up and play and just have like a really fun experience without having to get like too far into it and just like get it right away.
Oh.
Yeah, and we had sketched out some ideas. We were all in a video game development class together, and at the beginning of the semester, we were trying to come up with some ideas for a game, and we sketched out a whole bunch of stuff. And there was one concept art, I think, that you made, Guy, and we were like, oh, we could turn that into a full game, and it was just a bunch of astronauts underground.
Oh no.
And it looks like this.
Like this.
Press start. Oh. I can't go alone.
Oh, I got a diamond.
These drill thingies.
I can't do anything to them!
Okay, I got it.
Okay. Awesome.
I like how you've developed a
Let's get
game
outta
where
here.
you don't actually need to jump.
Yeah. Also,
the decisions we made early on.
I don't see enough games nowadays that have a focus on the cooperative. Oh, I know what we need to do.
Oh, you gotta throw me.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna...
We definitely wanted to focus on local co-op, at least for the purpose of the showcase that we were planning to show this at. But, yeah, there's definitely a lacking in that area, and if we can bring adorable space robots to fill that void, then why not?
Oh, come on. Come on, figure it out.
You can hold...
I'm not good with this.
You can...
Yeah, I know, that's what I was doing. I'm just not good at aiming.
I'll go here. I'll grab that
Can you push them?
We down other thing.
There.
Oh, you can't push.
And we need one more.
Something that always happens in this level is that people don't read that part that says you can like drop it easily if you press left trigger.
I'm sorry, but that's just not the way we work. So
You need to like take that prompt and just throw it on the screen in giant text so that
Just, like,
people will
flash
read it.
animation.
Because nobody ever reads it.
That's so funny. After the last level, I wanted to applaud you guys on having like this beautifully done game where you don't even need like any tutorial. It's very intuitive, and I can't believe that we just like didn't even read the giant sign on the side.
it's just one of those days.
Yeah.
We're hopefully going to come up with a more intuitive way of gently introducing you that mechanic. Because I think it's the one thing that we put in the game that people don't get right away. Because all the other mechanics, I think you've already kind of learned by now, which is just one button and then the other one to drop stuff.
Oh,
You know, it's just because we missed last week, so we're a little bit rusty. You know how it goes. It's just
we did. That was our first week missed in like a year and a half.
Our first week missed in 14 months of doing the Average Giants. So it was an interesting day.
Oh, hang on. Nice. Nice.
I was just wanting to spin it on my head.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Woo! Team Space Snake.
All right, now. Oh, there it is. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Can we fall off the edge?
Sure. Well, you can get thrown off the edge. I don't know how I know that.
Pull the other person off, but you can't really fall off the edge on your own very easily.
Okay,
and also, that last gem you guys got was a challenge gem, and you don't need them to complete the level, but there's one hidden on every level so far.
Oh, and we've totally missed them all, except for that one.
No, I got one in the one before.
Before I saw it.
Maybe consider I can throw you. We can throw each other.
You're gonna have to toss me.
No, I'm just gonna drop you gently.
Oh, okay.
All right, fine. No.
Yep.
Me.
Now this is happening.
Just throw me off the wall.
Thanks.
There you
go. Come here, boo. There, have some gold. Yay!
So, was there any initial inspiration for the way that this game looks, or for the way that it feels?
We sort of lean towards a low poly kind of look because of some of the time restraints in terms of how long we had to accomplish it, because it was like a course over a few months, and I don't know, just through a few iterations of style.
Yeah, we had kind of like a lot of inspirations. We were really into the kind of like just simple stuff that feels really good, like just really cute and charming, like stuff like Toad Treasure Tracker and like Little Big Planet.
Oh, cool.
That kind of feel.
How long have you guys been working on this game for?
Well, we started the course was I think 3 months long, right? And we did 1 month of like kind of planning a bit, and then we did 2 months of pretty hardcore development. Then we had exam period, and now we're working on building more levels and fleshing it out into a more complete game, because it did really well in our course and it's something that we enjoyed making. So so far we've been working on it for about like I guess 4 months.
Wow.
4. But
that is
we'd like
impressive.
to we've got lots of stuff that we'd like to put into it. Yeah, one of our initial prototypes, because we have the astronaut theme, is because one of our initial prototypes, when we were thinking of ideas for the course, was that there'd be 2 drunk astronauts, and one of them would be looking after the other, and you'd have to complete objectives while one is like all, I guess, disorientated, and the other one is trying to get them both home from the space bar. And that was our original prototype, and we spent a while like seeing how we could get that mechanic to work well, we had them both tied together with a tether. So one was trying to like pull the other guy when they're both in low gravity space and stuff. And we thought that was kind of fun, but we had a difficulty expanding it into a fuller game. But we liked the cooperative element of it, so we ended up keeping astronauts and keeping cooperative, and it kind of evolved into what we have here. But there's no intoxication in this version.
And no ice climbers either.
Easily the most adorable astronauts I think I've ever seen.
They're pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Who did the music for the game?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
We have various artists in the game.
Well, in this version, you don't using the Creative Commons anymore, just your friend's music.
Okay, so it's by a guy named DSL on SoundCloud. His name is Keith Ryan O'Rourke, and he's super awesome.
Oh,
so
cool.
everybody should check him out.
You can, yeah, if you want to link him in the chat, that'd be cool.
Be our guest.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just right now, I don't have my laptop out, so I can't.
Your face is the laptop.
How did you know?
Oh, look at that water.
Yeah, if there's any, if you want to link to your game, feel free to do so. And
So, obviously, the game isn't quite done yet. Do you guys have like an ETA of when you are going to launch?
So right now the game is just in the stage where it's like what we were doing for the course, and our current deadline for what we're working towards now is the end of summer. We want to have like a big chunk of content done, but we're not entirely sure when to release it, but we'd like to get it out as soon as we can.
Oh, cool. Do you have like a platform or price point picked out yet? Or is that still coming?
The price point is definitely still coming, but I think for platform, we'd like to get it on whatever consoles we could, and definitely on PC or Mac.
Yeah, I'm thinking Wii U might be a good... It feels like a Wii U-ish kind of game, so that might be one of the platforms we're looking into as well. What? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
so, in the development of the game, what was the hardest thing to actually do during the development process?
You're messy.
It was hard. I feel like the hardest part was coming up with the idea and getting the first little started.
Yes!
So, you go ahead.
I was going to say, definitely the first few levels we made were really over-the-top difficult to play, and it was kind of hard getting down like the groove of what we want the gameplay to feel like.
Ooh, run!
What's going on?
Our class, we had a playtesting session, I think halfway through the course, where everybody's games who were there working on the course got to bring them to a public event and people tried them out. And we got lots of very useful feedback from that about how to tone the difficulty and tune the controls so that it feels more, feels more controllable. Because the whole game is from an isometric perspective, rather than perspective. So it makes it difficult sometimes to gauge distances and maneuver the world. So we spent a lot of time fine-tuning the controls to try and ease that pain.
Oh, interesting.
I really enjoy the controls, actually.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Despite the lack of jump,
we've played 2 great games for controls
I still really like this. The way it does feel really good. Okay, go get it, then run back quick. Run back quick! No! I don't think you had to go that far.
I did it! Oh god, the gold! Oh no! I'll save you!
Oh my goodness, so we gotta hurry up with this.
Okay, so this went from cute to nail biting very quickly.
We'll each set up what we need to each get. Okay, so throw me quick.
Hey up. Yep.
Dip.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, you don't have to go all the way back.
Yeah, got it. Wow, hey.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Hurry. I got the bridge.
Okay.
Don't push me up there.
No, go!
Yes.
Sorry. Did not have much time there to talk. That was cool.
I would like to see how fast people can actually do that stage.
I'm sure. Yeah. What?
Do you have a global board yet?
We don't. We had some pretty good data we got from a few things we've showed it to, and just when people tested it. And that stage usually gives people trouble, but some people definitely complete it faster than we can.
Oh, you blew up. Oh! Ran right into it. Good job, me.
So, one question that we always ask our developers is, did you guys have a favorite bug or something that went horribly wrong in the game so far?
So, one particular bug that we figured out pretty early on was that if both players would grapple themselves at the exact same time, you would magically just float into the air and just leave the whole game. So that was one thing we figured out by accident, and we just thought it was great that you could just fly off into the distance of space.
Was it crossing the beams from Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
'Cause you don't do that, otherwise you don't come back.
That's why you don't do that.
Yeah. Was that a fairly easy fix?
Yeah, I think it was a fairly easy fix. Like that's something we did once we identified it.
Yeah.
There was also one instance when we were making the title screen where Adam was tweaking something, and all of a sudden the screen was just filled with hundreds of baby robots very quickly.
Oh, I'm trying to remember what happened there. It was very memorable, and I wanted to capture it on the screen because there was some bug where we were spawning robots, or was it crates? I don't know.
It was the robots.
It was the robots?
Yeah, it was the respawn.
And the whole map just suddenly filled full of them, and they're all like crawling around in one big mess. And then my computer slower and slower, and then eventually just crashed. That's the bug I'm pretty sure we didn't get through.
Yeah. Can't have that.
All of a sudden, tiny robots!
Tiny robots.
I guess one other memorable thing was before we got all our assets in, most of our objects in the game were just flat pictures of people or babies. So they were celebrities or just a baby face.
Yeah.
And
the robots actually used to have like Nicolas Cage faces and stuff.
The Adventures of John Travolta?
Yes.
No, we have to
Or
toss.
like I think one of them was Tom Cruise at one point.
Yeah.
celebrity power.
Over there.
I think all the sound effects when you picked up any piece of gold, there was like a Santa ho 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 sound. They're very joke.
Yeah.
We kind of miss those days,
I
but
feel like we should add that in as like an Easter egg.
Yeah.
What do you...
We got a 3 anyways.
No, it's above us.
I know. Oh, it's above us.
There you go. I'm wondering what you're doing.
I'm having fun, man.
Oh, we're in good too.
Problem solving time. Throw me.
Whoop.
Where you going?
Stand on this,
Oh.
which is probably my job.
Whoa,
Ooh, bouncy.
bouncy thing.
That's a pink pillow.
No, I still need you.
Oh, you're gonna have to come get me, man.
Oh.
Oh no, you bounce on that thing up there.
Oh, I see. Nope, still need you.
Okay. Oh, I see.
Oh. We're
You're
good
going
at
to have
these.
to catch me.
By the way, I liked how
Thank
you.
you.
I like how you shift. How this level shifted its view to side. That was pretty neat.
yeah, I think it's we haven't done a lot of
down.
levels like that yet, but we want to experiment with changing the perspective of the game to kind of reveal new things about different levels. I think I just last week I created this really intense level that does a lot of flipping, and I think we're going to need to playtest it because it seems really hard at the moment. But that's what we're going to be doing later tonight. It's playtesting some of the new levels that we've been working on.
I like it. Do you guys have an idea of how many levels you want to include in the full game?
We're still working that out because we'd really like to get it done as much as we can by the end of the summer. But we also have like a general idea of that we want to have an overworld and a certain amount of levels in each one. So I'm feeling like, I don't know, 8-ish worlds, maybe 10, 12 levels each. But that would be our goal. But based on how much time we have, we'll see if we can get more, or we might have to cut a bit of it.
Cool.
This is a mouse. It's a mouse.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh no. Oh, too close. Oh, I just fell. Crap.
Take that, lobster roach.
Go alone. Go without me. You won.
Yeah, screw you. I win. Dang it.
Why didn't you just go without me?
Oh no.
Glory.
What an interesting idea for a boss, though. This is cool.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, we had a lot of trouble balancing the difficulty of this boss. For the showcase we did at school, we ended up leaving out the easier version, but we had a hard time between this boss being way too easy and then virtually impossible. So it was very hard straddling the line between those two versions of the boss. So we ended up going for the easier version, but we're gonna hopefully fine-tune the difficulty a little more for the full game.
I really liked that boss. That boss.
And are we going to be experiencing any other bosses in the time that we're doing this?
I don't know. We have 33 minutes.
Oh, I'm just saying. Are there any other bosses?
Actually, that boss marks the ends of the completed levels, but we have.
Sweet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And so the astronauts got really rich.
Thanks for playing
the Pitfall Planet demo. So what you just said is that we're actually really awesome at this.
Yeah. Oh, completely.
Let's go more backstory, but I guess we forgot to add it onto this build. But what happens to the astronauts after they become really rich? But we forgot to make it into this one.
Is that when your first game idea comes in, where they're both drunk?
Kind of. Yeah. There's mention of space iced tea, so there's creative license to what could be in that.
I know what we need to do. We need to find all those gems.
Yeah. Some of them are pretty tough. I don't think I've even found all of them.
Yeah, that's something we added kind of for the demo, so it adds more replayability, but like just for the demo it's probably 20-30 minutes of gameplay, and there's definitely something we're going to have to improve on and add more into while we build more levels.
We had to tighten the other way for the student competition, because at the end of the student semester, there was a big competition between the Ontario universities, and we wanted to make sure we had a nice, polished, complete experience by the end of that. And we ended up winning the showcase, which was pretty awesome.
Oh, wow! Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. So they gave us a lot of passion to continue working on it, which is why we're gonna keep doing that, working on new levels and stuff. But
awesome.
What you have right now is just what we finished before the end of the school semester, and what we delivered for the showcase.
Okay, so we're finding the gem. Oh, you found the gem already.
It's your previous high scores too.
Yeah, they're winning awards, and we're just practicing our synchronized astronauting.
We actually beat that 4 seconds quicker, I think.
Awesome.
So, run! Go in the water. There it is.
Yeah, I got
nice.
All about that gem.
Yeah, I got the gem.
All about them gems.
We'll
do it faster.
No! You're just gonna throw me in there.
No in.
It took you extra time to do that.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it took us longer. Thanks, man.
That's because you couldn't get up the stairs.
3 seconds longer.
It's because you couldn't get up the stairs.
So we have seen different speedrun techniques and just the way different people play. So for certain levels, when there's an opportunity to, let's say, leave your other player and the puzzle's completed, sometimes they do that and the other player kills himself off, and then that allows the other player to run to the exit faster. So there's all these different techniques that we've seen of just how to reach different pieces of gold, or different ways to lessen the amount of time that you can get through.
Yeah, we found that some teams are really into betrayal when they play. There's lots of lava throwing.
We only knocked off 6 seconds, so that's pretty good.
Nice. I'm just wondering how long it will be till you betray me.
We didn't get the special one.
You're special.
Where are the special?
It's right there.
It's behind it.
You can grab it, maybe.
I can't grab it.
Try to grab it this way. No, not like that.
There.
I think a global leaderboard is something we're probably going to want to put in the full game, just because a lot of people on our team enjoy speedrunning it, so it's something we want to support.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Oh. Yeah, we had to lose that one to get the gem, because you can't get it once the door's up.
Right.
You're a dork.
Smart though. I mean, you're focused on getting everything else.
Nice.
We're friendly Wookiees. I just realized that.
I said that.
I didn't realize that.
I see.
I didn't realize it, man.
I
Wait,
understand.
Get over here.
You're taking too long.
Shut up.
You're taking too long.
Get over here.
You have to get me over there.
No.
Wow.
I'm just gonna do it myself.
Okay.
Speedrun.
Goodbye, speed
Alright,
run.
get your ass over here then. There.
We have to get the thing in there.
Yeah.
Just in the goose.
Oh, throw one of these. Whoa!
Okay.
Whoa! I got a box!
Oh God!
Throw me with the box! Already have the box.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. I needed the box.
Yeah. There.
There. Nah.
Get over here!
Nah. Nah.
Oh wait, I need to put it down.
Get the gem. Get the
Put
gem.
it down!
Get the gem.
Put it down!
Get it. Get it. Come on, I'm already done.
Oh,
Ah. Ah.
Oh!
Just run off the edge.
Oh, it completes on its own. Whoa, we beat it!
By over a minute.
Oh no.
We did really good there.
There you go.
Oh, what are you doing?
I don't like you.
Oh, okay, then do it yourself.
Crap. No!
I just committed Sudoku, I'm sorry.
Sudoku.
Sudoku.
Wow. Ooh, that was close.
Just grab that myself.
Oh, nice. I grabbed that myself.
Here, I'll grab
What?
you and throw you over there.
Okay, see ya.
Oh no! Oh no!
Where is that? We didn't find the gem in here
No, we
last
didn't.
time.
Oh, this one's
You must find the gem.
Oh, you're falling! Why you do that?
That was funny.
Oh,
Hi.
what are you? What's the point? Speedrun!
It's so hard. It's so hard
Speedrun.
not to. Oh, crap.
Oh, Jesus!
Oh, shit.
just throw
I
me!
keep missing.
Just throw me! There. I just grabbed it myself. Alright,
Okay, but where's the gem? Where's the gem? Where's the gem?
you can find it. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
crap. There's no time for synchronized astronauting.
I'm stuck!
Ah, damn it.
We're gonna win! Oh, it's right here, isn't it? No, it's not. It's behind something.
Hello.
Come on, where is it behind? It's gotta be behind something.
Hello.
Where did you sneaky people? Oh, don't tell me that's behind here.
Oh, is that blocked off? Oh. Uh-oh.
I don't know where. I'm not really sure where
Whoop.
it is.
Let's go check up there without all the gems
Yeah.
done.
Oh, sorry. I should press start.
That'd be good.
I'll throw you.
Okay.
Throw
Yeah.
me. You throw me
Oh.
right in. You grab those things. I'll go look.
Ah, no. Oh well. Go look.
People are used to seeing them in plain sight, and this one's a nice
No, it's
spooky
not up
spot.
here. Where is it?
Spooky spot.
Spooky.
All right.
It's in a spooky spot. They're giving us hints.
I guess
Space. Space.
the late
Space.
edition, so
Space.
we haven't really seen how many people are actually able to find all of them. I guess some of them are really well hidden. I guess
Yeah,
the
this
clue
one-
for this one would be that there's a little... You can't see the sparkle like you can in other levels, but you can see that there's kind of like a spot for it. It's kind of got a little archway that you can spot. And you're like, oh, what's behind that archway?
Oh, like right here then.
If it's something spooky.
Hey,
Oh,
I tried
hey!
going in there before.
So spooky.
Oh, that's right. I gotta actually, grab you.
Thanks.
I didn't even realize that.
What a
This one
team
would be
player.
One of the way easier to find.
It was weird though. I went over there before and I couldn't get in there. So
Such a team player.
yeah.
You need to adjust the collision boxes to make it a little more welcoming to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
Up. Up. Oh, no. Oh, okay.
Don't worry, I died first.
Up. Hey-oh.
Here's a box.
Thanks.
That dude is friggin' spawn camping. Ah! Spawn camping! Grab it! Grab it!
Hey-oh.
Oh,
Oh,
my God.
nah. Just get in there. Just get
I
it.
guess I could have done it myself. Shoot. Alright. Grab the...
Box me. Box
Box.
me.
Like a box!
Like a box.
We're gonna win.
Oh,
Gonna
my.
win this. Gonna get some.
What?
Get some. Why is
I
it
can't
there?
use that.
Sure you can. No! You stupid box. Just do it. Damn it, box!
Oh my god.
Why you do this?
What you should try doing is throwing it not like a moron.
Don't you tell me. Then you're the one that dies. GG.
GG indeed, sir.
And then and then no.
Just let it go, man. It's not worth it. Oh.
It's totally worth it.
Need that box though.
Where'd the box go?
I need it. Nah, bleh. Oh, I hit the wall.
I'm doing it. It's mine now. I'm winning. I'm winning without you. Winning without you.
Go team friendly Wookiees. Rip.
Oh, he's got it. He's got this one. Oh.
We got the gem. But we're short by 0.3 of a second.
Oh crap.
No, this isn't it.
Oh, okay.
It's the next one. I forgot who I was.
Quit playing in the chairs. We have business.
All right.
So
hey.
This level here kind of introduces, like, we were trying to go for more of like a story atmospheric level. So this level doesn't necessarily have the same gameplay as the other levels, but it also introduces kind of this level where you're supposed to explore and kind of just take in the atmosphere. And then for the final game, we're going to add in more of a story of why the astronauts are on the planet and why they're digging down and maybe what's beneath the surface.
Oh, cool.
Post-apocalyptic.
I like that.
Yeah, we have quite a lot of ideas circling around. And
It's too spooky to talk about.
It's so spooky.
I'm scared. for reals.
We just watched there was this Scare to Care stream this last weekend. So the word spooky has been going around a lot lately.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a lot of too spoopy for us lately.
Things get a little too spoopy, and you gotta...
Too spoopy.
Ooh, no.
Alright, I got the bridge. Don't knock me off the bridge.
Oh my god.
Oh,
you son of a bitch!
Okay.
You betrayed me!
I think our stream is like a little bit behind yours, so...
Yes.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes! We beat it by...
You beat it!
Bitch moment, just
0.3
right
of a
now.
second. See, that's what you gotta do. You gotta make sacrifices.
Yeah.
Really? Because you've only sacrificed me twice.
Yeah, and we're winning because of it. What's the problem?
Yeah.
What's the problem?
It's like playing zombie games with my wife. She's terrible for leaving people behind.
Oh!
I guess I'm just gonna have to go win by myself.
You go without me, man.
Yay!
See?
And never come back.
This is what teamwork is. Look up. Let's see what he did.
Oh, he got...
Look at that.
Wow, 10
at that.
seconds.
You can make it.
We're totally full of winning right now.
Yep. I feel stuffed.
So normally our interviews are a lot better than this, but
A lot better.
then he keeps dying.
Normally we can speak English.
But when we have this kind of immersion in a game and this kind of fun in a game, that's when we start to
Yeah,
get
but what about
silly.
when this happens?
Thank you.
So when we, usually we'll ask a lot more questions, but at this point, we're so focused on the game and how awesome it is.
That's good.
Oh, yeah, that's what it's about.
For this level, we originally had a ton more lava, but it turned out being kind of frustrating for people, so we had to take some of that out. But I think it was nice to remove that lava, but it was just a tisbit. I think we did remove the lava like right before the showcase event, and I think that was a wise move.
Overabundance of lava is a problem we've had.
You could always make a hard mode and just put lava everywhere.
Yep. Yeah, different difficulties.
Make the ground lava. We beat it by over 100, almost 100 seconds.
It's because you wouldn't listen to me last time.
Shut up! You don't know me.
I just want to throw you into the wall. I think that's gonna work.
I'm gonna
better.
throw us at you ass. See?
Ah!
Some of the developers on our team have a very affinity towards really hard levels, and then we're also like levels that if we can't beat as the developer, if we can beat too easily as developers, we were not enjoying it. So we just made. When we were first making the first few levels, we made them extremely hard so that it was entertaining. So that if we beat it, we were like, we just defied gravity. It was and then now it is. But we had to spend a lot of time tuning that down a bit, especially after our first public playtest. after finding a nice balance to ease people into the game sooner. I think we spent we added like three new levels before our initial levels that just kind of introduced the mechanics one by one to make it a lot easier. Like the first level, all we expect people to do is learn that if you walk into a ledge, you jump. On the second level, I think all they're supposed to learn is, what's the second level? Is it the coin grapple one?
No, it's the bridges.
Oh, the bridges, right. We're supposed to just teach people to cooperate and use the bridges and step on buttons. And the third one, we introduce grappling, and on the fourth one, we bring in enemies. And I think after that, we started introducing the original levels that people thought were a bit too difficult without that sort of ramp up. So,
okay.
If you're... Sorry, the stream is a little slow, but if you're stuck on the boss scene, there might be a piece of gold behind one of those rocks. Sometimes,
yeah, we're just trying not to die in the process.
We go, Giant. I blame you entirely.
Sometimes they'll roll behind those rocks and you can't really spot them.
Oh, yeah. I think they just saw us die.
He jumped just as you're...
Hiya!
I like how when you throw the dynamite that it just kind of like flies away.
We found that with the original crates where they kind of flew in an arc, it was much too difficult to hit the back of the tail, and it was also less fun because you had to kind of really get up close and your characters aren't fast enough for that kind of speed. So we wanted to launch off like a rocket, and the appropriate model for that was dynamite. And it looks a little funky, but I think people understand. Crates go in an arc, dynamites just they launch off.
Moves like a
You should put the tiny rocket things on them or something. That's the new invention, rocket dynamite.
We will introduce it in our game.
It'll be popular in the industry after
change the world.
So the treasure obviously is the point of the game. Is that gonna end up being like a score system, or is that gonna end up being like something that players can purchase new things with?
Well, right now the treasure it's non-optional to collect all of it, but the challenge gems might be something you purchase with. Like right now we're looking at implementing some sort of customizable features to the characters, like hats or different colors.
You can go behind the P letter there and get on top of the thing. Short Easter egg. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no.
I ended up dying going behind there.
We're not entirely sure what the optional stuff will buy you or will do, but we're still brainstorming on that.
We've already had, I think Emma and David, you guys created a whole bunch of hats that are just a bunch of like Team Fortress 2 style hats. They're just ridiculous.
Oh yes.
But we haven't put them in the game yet, but they're hanging out.
Needs more hats.
We think that maybe the challenge gems will allow you to buy hats, but it might also just be for completionists.
Good.
Yeah, we just started working on the overworld today. Right now it's a big textureless map, but we're gonna have like different locations you can go to hopefully, and you can go to one of the huts to go trade in your gems for cosmetic items.
I gotta say, I absolutely love the music in this.
I agree.
It's very...
You need to get off my castle.
You dick!
No! Oh, okay, thank you.
Your dick!
No!
Sorry, we're kind of obsessed with ASDF right now.
Yeah. I did want to say we've got like 15 minutes left, but I would love to have you guys back on the show as you have, major updates that come out or any kind of changes to the game, because we'd love to see more of Pitfall.
I want to see where this is going, because this is really cool, and I love it when you have a bona fide couch co-op game, so that's definitely a plus.
I think we'd love to come back when we've got more content, so we'll have to keep in touch.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been super fun.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for playing it and really liking it. I think we spent a lot of time on it, and we're at the very initial stages of the game. We were worried about if it was going to turn out well, if it was going to be fun, but quickly after I think halfway through, I think I got people testing it. A lot of people really enjoyed it, so it was really great that it ended up being well received. We were worried people were going to think it was too boring, or it was going to be too hard, or maybe it was going to be too difficult to control, but all feedback we've gotten so far has been pretty positive, so that's really encouraging.
Now we're just digging around.
I am very happy that you guys have had such positive feedback, though. So this is an adorable game, and I think it has a lot of potential.
Thanks.
What do you call these guys?
Whoop!
Yeah, I can solve myself.
We forgot to tell you, actually, if you press the directions on the D-pad, there's taunts.
They're kind of buggy right now.
It reminds me a little bit of Reboot.
Yeah,
With the binomes?
Actually.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And then like BMO from Adventure Time.
Mm-hmm.
He's twerking. Oh my god!
Yeah. I guess they're like this little robot people with the one eyeball, right?
The minions.
Yeah.
Reboot getting rebooted right now.
Technically, yes.
There's a reboot of Reboot?
It's been announced.
I'm not really
Not that
sure.
I'm on the Facebook
Touch
group or
buttons.
anything. Okay, hang on.
So turn around.
I gotta figure out which.
Why are we both doing it at the same time? That's weird.
Oh yeah.
Gotta get closer.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, what's going on?
We need some music to twerk to.
Sorry, I'm gonna go wall twerk for a
Also,
second.
I think nobody ever discovers in our game in any of the things, but if you stand still for a long time, they'll fall asleep, and there'll be little Zeds that come out. We wanted that feature in because we have it in a bunch of other games, and we always like, oh, I love when they fall asleep.
Yeah.
But then nobody ever falls asleep because they're too busy collecting ore.
Yeah, they're too busy speed running.
Speaking of which. Oh.
But I think Easter eggs are amazing, and I love them. So the final product, I'm gonna like there's so many in. So many Easter eggs.
That wasn't a waterfall!
You just threw me right off the edge. Why would you do that? I was supposed to go in that nice, beautiful fountain. You can't finish it without me, man.
Collision box.
I'll dance. There you go.
Screw you.
Whee! No!
You need to have a PvP somehow in this game. Like
Just Smash Brothers style, where all you can do is the normal,
not even
like these controls, but you have to throw them out of the ring.
Yeah, like sumo style or something like that, or you have to like throw them at like a spike or dynamite or something. I think that'd be a fun addition to making it for couch multiplayer. Oh, I'm holding you. My turn.
I'm headbanging.
Prepare to die.
No, I tried to hit you. Crap.
I'll just hold on to you. I'm not in love.
I'm not taking the sitting down.
You, I know you were right.
I'm not going to take the sitting down, you jackass.
You're noisy. I'm going to throw you right there.
Opportunities to betray people because people really enjoyed throwing people off cliffs. You guys have been really cooperative, and that's like that's nice. But like when we watch people play that at the showcase, people just like some people were just really angry.
Yeah, a lot of friendship issues seem to come out when you play co-op.
Well, once you start putting in who actually finished first, then
I see.
Then you can get for some interesting warfare in the co-op.
Yeah, a very, very common behavior we seem to see is as soon as one of the players realizes that like they're home free, they don't need the other player to finish the level. You're like, hey, you're going off the cliff.
Yeah, well, oh, you son of a bitch!
Oh wait, I don't think we can finish it now. Does it finish it itself? Oh, yeah.
You will pay for your transgressions, sir. The nerdy cookie shall rise once more.
Nerdy cookie. Almost fell in there.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, you wish. You wish, don't you?
I do. Yeah, let me just grab this.
Let's just grab these,
grab
this, and grab you, and throw you over there, so that I can finish it.
I haven't found the challenge gym this level yet. It's like
nope.
Oh, you did. That's not fair. No. No.
Oh yes.
No.
Oh yes. Oh darn. Oh yes.
No.
Where's the challenge, Jen?
Yeah, where's the challenge? Commit all the suicide. Sorry.
That's okay. I don't mind.
No. Why?
Yoink.
I do like that slow motion though. That's funny.
Yeah.
That was right there from the very beginning. I think it was like when we didn't have any explosions. All we had was just the players touched it. It would just go slow motion, and they'd get launched into space at the same time. They don't get launched into space anymore, but we kept the slow motion.
Yes! I can't believe that worked!
Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! No! Oh darn!
That's right!
Ow! My face!
Oh. Stop pressing start, man!
That is when we can figure out how to do PvP. Just like, how can you kill your friend the fastest?
You killed yourself! Holy crap! I got launched.
Lava pits.
You're just killing yourself every time you do that.
Every time I what? Sorry.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you wanna go? Yeah! And I've been without you.
What?
Yeah,
What?
before you went in, it already started to fade to black.
What?
That's what happens. That's
Shut
what
up.
happens. Oh.
Oh.
Don't go alone. Don't go alone.
Yeah, I have
Try going alone.
Yeah,
What?
one of the initial things was, before we had that text that said, don't go alone, we usually relied on the players like having to press start and restart the level manually, or they'd have to jump into a pit of lava. And in our initial playtesting, as soon as one player died and we didn't have that text that popped up, people would not try to respawn the other player, and they continue to try and play the level by themselves, and that like kind of really ruined the flow of the game, and it made it so people were not having fun because one person was waiting for a long time while the other person was like waiting to see if they would die or not, so that person would respawn. And when we put this text in, we were hoping that players would they would want to restart right away, and they wouldn't want to keep going on their own, because this game is not as much fun when one person's waiting a long time for the other person to die. So, so we debated. We might have respawning. We might have it so they respawn during the level, or they instantly start the level as soon as one of them dies. But we tried this prompt as a halfway, as a thing that thought, oh, maybe this will work, and it's pretty easy to put in, and it turned out working really well. And it gave people the freedom to decide when they wanted to restart the level, and also people usually are like, I'm gonna restart because I don't want to be alone. So,
Oh yeah. Oh, that makes sense.
but we debated on that for a long time. We had a bunch of solutions, and after we play tested with that one, it just seemed to work well enough, so we kept it in.
It works. Yeah, this game, it'd almost be interesting if you were somehow able to control one robot at a time, for single player. I almost think that would be possible, but it would be somewhat, I don't know, maybe tedious, but I don't want to say that.
Yeah. We've talked about whether we want to deal with single player or what we want to do, and I think right now we still want to stick with it being primarily a co-op game. But
because it's a pretty strong co-op experience. I feel like
Get
when
on
you
the
take
top
out the other
step.
player, it's not as much. It's not as entertaining. It's still
Oh my god!
There's,
They
did
did
they do it?
They did the stair glitch.
Alright, here we go.
Okay, do it. Okay, do it. Do it again. Do it again.
Try the different stairs to see how well they go.
Showcase that glitch, and it's really great.
That's
Right before they go.
that's gonna be my favorite.
Try to get to the
Oh shoot!
Here, I'll grab you. Oh.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'll do it again.
We'll try to get you up there
Yeah.
at the very top.
We can do it.
Get as close as you can to the one side. Okay, here we go.
That's a creative way of getting the gem.
Oh, fell off.
Okay, I gotta go in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah!
We're shooting as like a piece of tech. Behind yours, so we're hearing your success.
Yep. Oh, you'll see it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's always interesting seeing how people will solve puzzles in ways we didn't expect that they could be solved.
Just do that one.
That was a fun one. I like that.
Oh!
Right. Stop throwing me!
I love them.
Mate! Mate!
Okay, have fun.
No! I'll just be the searchlight.
Okay.
There, I'm a searchlight now.
Okay, bye. Wow.
But we didn't get the gem.
You're a gem.
We didn't get the gem, but we beat it by half.
You're a gem.
You're a dick.
The leaderboard if you get the gem.
Oh man.
On like the global leaderboard.
So stair launchers for speedrunners.
Nope.
Can we be Team Stair Launcher next time?
Team Stair Launcher.
Yep.
We'll make sure we put Stair and Launcher in there just for you guys.
That would be lovely.
I want to grab that thing.
Oh, my butt!
I want to see if I can grab the thing here. No, I can't. Alright, whatever. This is great. This is great.
One way of destroying the by using the bridge, and once you use the bridge, players can cross and drillbots can fall through. I'm not sure if that's in this latest build though, because we found that there was one issue with the bridge.
I think I fixed that.
Yeah,
it's fixed.
Oh, Snoop.
Oh, Snoop? Did you say Snoop?
Why did I say Snoop?
That's a little bit
it's mine again.
Oh, you got the box that I have? No!
Yep. Ah! You thought it was yours. You thought it was yours. Here we go. Oh, darn.
Yeah, that's exactly where we needed it. Right where the gem actually is.
I'm failing so hard.
Stop grabbing my box!
Maybe a sex tape.
I want to see how far you're thinking. Oh, yeah. Now it'd be more funny if, Oh, no! The box is stuck up there.
Come up here.
No.
Come here.
You can take the box.
I don't want the box.
Oh, there, I came up there.
No!
Oh.
I tried.
Almost thought you grabbed my head.
No, I need you here. I'm just gonna throw you up there.
No, I'm just gonna
throw me there.
There.
Ta-da! Screw the box. Ah, my butt!
You don't walk into them. You walk away from them.
Oh, it's getting gold.
Oh, yeah. That's the way I put it in. Moved the collision boxes so you could get that diagonal diamond kit. The hard way at the crate, or you could jump your person over.
We're learning. We're learning. This is an experience. Alright, here we go.
Win.
Here we go.
Hey,
Wrecked! Wrecked!
Whoop.
Get tricked!
Ah!
Oh, what? I wasn't even on it. Win for me.
I will win for you.
Avenge me! No. You know what? You know what?
It's time.
It's time.
It's that time again.
It's officially 9 p.m., meaning that is the end of the
Time for our
Average
bath.
Giants.
It's our bath time, right?
Well, we both get to go in.
All right. But I wanted to say thank you so much for both of our guests, and I'm glad that you guys were here because this
might as well
game.
leave that up.
Yeah. How fun was this?
This was amazing. Fun.
This is an amazing game, and I cannot wait to see more. So, work your butts off because we expect the game done next week.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't rush your miracle, man. You get bad miracles, okay?
That's true. That's true. So, a week and a half.
Okay, sorry. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But yes, this was fantastic, and thank you for sharing it with us and letting us share it to many other people.
Yeah, another awkward word.
For giving us a chance and playing it on your show. It was good talking to you guys.
Yes.
All right, and to everybody else watching, thank you so much, guys, for checking out the show. Make sure to tell your friends, and if you're watching on YouTube, sure like, subscribe. Same as Twitch. I mean, not Twitch, Hitbox.
Foreshadowing.
All right, but until next time, guys, from us here at Average Giants and everybody at IGM, much love, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.